Alright, folks, we are back with some more Portal 2. Let's see, I believe we are getting ready to go take care of the neurotoxin. Yes.
Ha! I knew we were going the right way. This is the neurotoxin generator. Bit bigger than I expected. Not going to be able to just, push it over. Have to apply some cleverness. There's some sort of control room up at the top, so let's go and investigate.
Sounds good to me.
There's our handiwork. I shouldn't laugh. They do feel pain. Of a sort. It's all simulated, But real enough for them, I suppose.
There goes Wheatley, but yeah, they have giant shredder down here, which is crunching the turrets.
I'm afraid the door's locked. Just checked it. No way to hack it as far as I can tell. Mechanism must... Oh, now look at that. That's a big laser. Probably best to ignore it, though. Just leave it be. We don't know where those panels it's cutting are going. Could be somewhere important. Although, it does give me an idea. What if we stand here and let the gentle hum of the laser transport us to a state of absolute relaxation? Might help us think of a way to open the door. It's not much of a plan, if I'm honest, but I'm afraid it's all we got at this point, barring a sudden barrage of speech from your direction. Improbable, at best. Alright, so, silent contemplation.
Yeah, we just push this button.
We don't know what that button... Oh, well done. Let's see what's inside. Good news. I can use this equipment to shut down the neurotoxin system. It is, however, password protected. Alarm bells. No, don't worry, alright? Not a problem for me. You may as well have a little rest, actually, while I work on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Here we go. The hardest part of any hack is the figuring out how to start phase. That's always tricky. But let the games begin. Alright, what have we got? Computer. Not a surprise, to be expected, to be honest. Check that off the list. Computer identified. Tick.
This guy's great.
Box part here. Probably got some electronics in there. And a monitor. Yes, that will be important, I imagine. I'll keep my eye on that. In case something useful comes up. Important words like password identified or something like that. And there's a flat bit. Not sure what that is, but noted. Anyone says to me, is there a flat bit? Yes, there it is. Spinning thing. Not sure. The floor. What's the floor doing? What's the floor up to? Do you know what? It's holding everything up. Holding everything up. The floor is important. Holding everything up. Pens. Might need those. Don't see any though. So if we start making a list of things that aren't here, we could be here all night. Pens, for instance. So let's take
All
the
right.
things we
Well,
can see.
we'll we come up here. We can see neurotoxin. We're saying, well, what are we supposed to do? Wheatley's.
Neurotoxin Central Control Circuit. Begin. Hello, Gov. Neurotoxin Inspector. Need to shut this place down for a moment. Here's my credentials. Shut yourself down. I am totally legit from the Board of International Neurotoxin Observers.
Board of International Neurotoxin Observers.
Arab Emirates.
Yeah. What we do is we pop a portal on that laser.
I'm gonna need to break out the expert level hacking.
Expert level hacking.
All right, you asked for it, mate. Cool, cool. Look at that. What's that over there? Lovely bird. Look at that. Gorgeous plumage. Majestic.
Yeah, Wheatley is useless here.
Won't be here long. That lovely bird like that will be off. Once in a lifetime opportunity, this to see a lovely bird with lovely plumage. Be a shame to miss it, wouldn't it? Just for the old neurotoxin.
But so you know in Portal 1 how you couldn't put portals on moving surfaces? Well, you can do that in Portal 2 now.
Hold on, something's wrong. Neurotoxin levels up to 50%. No, it's down. Sorry, my mistake. I meant to say it's down 50%.
And we just slice through all of this.
That did it. Neurotoxin at 0%. Yes.
Right. They put these signs here because most people would do that and walk away, and they wouldn't get to see the cool animation that they spent time creating and rendering. So that's why they have these signs that say, in case of implosion, look directly at implosion.
We can ride it
I always thought that was funny. Yeah, I'm coming, I'm coming. Clever bit of design to kind of nudge people in what to do what they wanted.
This should take us right to her. I can't believe I'm finally doing this. Woo! I knew this would be fun. They told me it wasn't fun at all, so they said it's not fun at all. And I believed them. I don't know, I was just thought to myself. Oh, and I'm loving this. Whale of a time. This place is huge, and we're only seeing the top layer. It goes down for miles. All sealed off years ago, of course. We should be getting close. Oh, I cannot wait to see the look on her face. No neurotoxin, no turrets. She'll never know what hit her. Hold on, because I might not have thought this next part completely. Well, I'm going the wrong way. Get to her. I'll find you.
So, yep, we're gonna go make our way back to GLaDOS once again. Just get dumped unceremoniously here, which is good because, you know, we could have been dumped anywhere, so at least it was in a somewhat reasonable place. But yeah, that's GLaDOS's new pimped out chambers. She's definitely upgraded. And these are all random, you know, test chambers and everything, because the inside of Aperture Labs is entirely modular, or well, not all of it, but a good part of it is entirely modular. So this is stuck. You can't really go anywhere. They kind of ease you in the direction over there at the flickering light. You come in here and you're like, aha, I am a genius. And you see this and you're like, GLaDOS emergency shutdown. Oh yeah, and it's like, and cake dispenser, and you're like, wait a minute. Yeah.
I honestly, truly didn't think you'd fall for that. In fact, I devised a much more elaborate trap further ahead for when you got through this easy one. If I'd known you let yourself get captured this easily, I would have just dangled a turkey leg on a rope from the ceiling.
Turkey leg on a rope. And they drop us right back into a relaxation vault.
I hope you brought something stronger than a portal gun this time. Otherwise, I'm afraid you're about to become the immediate past president of the Being Alive Club. Seriously, though. Goodbye. It's my big chance.
Aha, there's the busted turrets.
Back there. Well, I suppose we could just sit in this room and glare at each other until somebody drops dead. But I have a better idea. It's your old friend, deadly neurotoxin. If I were you, I'd take a deep breath and hold it.
Hello.
I hate you so much.
Warning. Central core is 80% corrupt.
That's funny. I don't feel corrupt. In fact, I feel pretty good.
Alternate core detected.
Oh, that's me they're talking about.
To initiate a core transfer, please deposit substitute core in receptacle.
Core transfer. Oh, you are kidding me.
I've got an idea. Do what it says. Plug me in.
Do not.
Substitute core accepted. Substitute core. Are you ready to start the procedure?
Yes.
Corrupted core. Are you ready to start the procedure?
No.
Oh, yes she is.
No.
Stalemate detected. Transfer procedure cannot continue.
Yes.
Pull me out. Pull me
Unless
out.
a stalemate associate is present to press the stalemate resolution button.
Pull me out. Leave me in. Leave me in.
Leave me in.
Don't do it.
Yes, do it.
Don't press that button. You don't know what you're doing.
I think she's lying.
The dialogue is just so great. So that's why I'm not really talking too much. So here's the button,
Not so fast.
but GLaDOS doesn't
This.
let us do it.
You need to be a trained stalemate associate to press that button. You're unqualified.
Okay, don't listen to her, alright? It is true that you don't have the qualifications.
So we can get past that easy enough. But then GLaDOS has more tricks up her sleeve.
I just added that to the list. It's a
Yep,
list
we're
I made
impersonating a
of all the
stalemate
things you've
associate.
done.
So what we do is we just have to
Still doing things right now, even though I'm telling you to stop.
get a portal over there,
By the way.
and then surprise them.
That's probably correct, but where it's incorrect is that while I've been stalling you, we just press the button. Use the moment of confusion I've just created to press the button.
Okay.
Stalemate resolved.
Here we go! Wait, what if this hurts? What if this really hurts? Ah, I didn't think of that.
Oh, it will. Believe me, it will.
Are you just saying that, or is it really gonna hurt? You're just saying that, aren't you? You're just no, you're not. It is gonna hurt, isn't it? Exactly how painful are we talking? Ah!
No, stop! No! 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 No!
Alright.
Wow! Check me out, partner. We did it. I'm in control of the whole facility now. Whoa! Would you look at this? Not too bad, eh? Giant robot, massive. It's not just me right here. I am bloody massive, aren't I? Oh, right, yeah, the escape lift. I'll call it now. There we go. Lift cool. Look how small you are down there. I could barely see you. Very tiny and insignificant. Wait, I've just thought of something. How am I gonna get in? You know, being bloody massive and everything. Wait, I know. You get into the lift, okay? Then I'll eject myself out of my new body into the lift just as you pass by there. Brilliant. It's perfect.
Alright,
Except
sounds
for
good.
Let me tell you, I knew it was gonna be cool to be in charge of everything. But wow, this is cool. And check this out. I'm a bloody genius now.
Estás usando este software de traducción de forma incorrecta. Por favor, consulte el manual.
I don't even know what I just said, but I can find out. Oh, sorry, no, the lift. Yes, sorry, keep forgetting. This body's amazing, seriously. I can't get over how small you are, but I'm huge.
Yeah, it's not that easy, huh?
Actually, why do we have to leave right there?
Why do we
any
have to
idea how good this feels? I did this. Tiny little Wheatley did this.
You didn't do anything. She did all the work.
Oh, really? That's what the two of you think, is it? Well, maybe it's time I did something then.
What are you doing? No! No! No!
And don't think I'm not onto you too, lady. You know what you are? Selfish. I've done nothing but sacrifice to get us here. And what have you sacrificed? Nothing. Sarah, all you've done is boss me around. Well, who's the
Oh yes, the person that can't talk.
Ah! See that? That is a potato battery. It's a toy for children. And now she lives in it. Sorry, what?
The engineers tried everything to make me behave, to slow me down. Once, they even attached an intelligence dampening sphere on me. It clung to my brain like a tumor, generating an endless stream of terrible ideas.
No, not listening, not listening.
It was your voice.
No, you're lying, you're lying.
You're the tumor. You're not just a regular moron. You're designed to be a moron.
I am not a moron!
Yes, you are. You're a moron they built to make me an idiot.
Well, how about now? Now who's a moron? Could a moron punch you into this pit? Ah!
Yeah,
Could
they
a
could.
moron do that? Uh-oh.
Good one, Wheatley.
Oh, hi. So, how are you holding up? Because I'm a potato.
Because I'm a potato.
My slow clap processor made it into this thing. So we have
But
that.
so you can see
Since it doesn't look
height markers as we fall. There's the elevator above us, by the way.
but since we're not busy other than that,
see now we're 3,200 meters.
Of a generation working together with the express purpose of building the dumbest moron who ever lived. And you just put him in charge of the entire facility. Good, that's still working. Hey, just in case this pit isn't actually bottomless, do you think maybe you could unstrap one of those long fall boots of yours and shove me into it? Just remember to land on one foot.
Yes, I'll be sure to. But yeah, Aperture Science was built on an old salt mine. Very deep underground. And as they expanded, they'd just build more and more shit on top. Bird just stole GLaDOS. So now we kind of have the the out of chamber exploration aspect that we did in the end of Portal 1. Except instead of exploring current day Aperture, we're exploring Aperture from like the 60s, 50s. We are insanely far underground, and ultimately we will be getting back up. We'll still be underground, but ultimately we'll be getting back up to modern day Aperture. I'm not sure why things are on fire down here. Never makes sense. The lighting I can kind of understand because if it's, hooked up and nobody ever does anything to turn it off, I can get that. Keep out, don't enter. Condemned testing area. Very, very cheery. So yeah, this was in 1961. Do not look at, touch, ingest, or engage in conversation with any substance beyond this point. Cosmic ray spallation elements. This enrichment shaft. So yes, there's several of these ridiculously long, they're deep shafts. And here's telling us to zoom again because we can go right up there. And this was in the 60s. So as we go through these next parts of the game, we'll kind of be going through like a time capsule with Aperture. Where it's like each area, things will get progressively more and more modern, which I thought was pretty cool. They also had like different logos and names throughout the years as well, which you also get to see. Big ass door. And it says, what does that say? Abandonment hatch, yeah. To test shaft 9. So sealed 1961, so yeah. We're going into test shaft 9. You can see like bricked up doorways. In the event of flooding, seek air pockets because we're so far underground. They have these old-timey countdown displays. But yeah, so what we do, we hit that. Come over there. Obviously meant to be done with 2 people. The other lazy thing that I don't like here is like you see this light going off, but where's the light source? Come on, Valve. Where is the light source? What is casting this? There's nothing Nothing. I've always hated that. The first time I played, I didn't notice it, and then when I replayed it later, I was like, wait a minute. There's no light bulb here. But anyway, this big ass thick door, and then there's just this tiny ass little tiny ass little push door. We have our friend Toxic Sludge again. You see all of these spheres here. There's an old sign there. It says Aperture Science. Yeah, if you look up there, those are enrichment spheres, which were essentially their test chambers back in the day. I'm guessing these smaller ones were like prototypes or something. I'm not really sure. But yeah, those were their test chambers, and they had things built directly into the rock. Put a portal in there. I don't think there's anything. Yeah. Experiment discontinued. Underground train. Yeah, you can just, get little insights into things. Okay.
Welcome, gentlemen, to Aperture Science. Astronauts, war heroes, Olympians, you're here because we want the best. And you are it. So, who is ready to make some science?
I am.
Now, you already met one another on the limo ride over, so let me introduce myself.
The limo ride over.
Dave Johnson. I own the place. That eager voice you heard is the lovely Carolyn, my assistant. Rest assured, she has transferred your honorarium to the charitable organization of your choice. Isn't that right, Carolyn?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson.
She's the backbone of this facility. Pretty as a postcard, too. Sorry, fellas. She's married. To science.
So yes, this is when Aperture first got started. They were called Aperture Science Innovators, and they hired a pretty illustrious bunch of people. Olympians, war heroes, whatever else you had on that list. And we're, limo rides and dishing out cash left and right, and it's a good time to be involved in science. There's no point in getting up there where it says main lift. That is broken. What we want to do is actually fly right through the Aperture Science thing. We'll just have to come over here so we can line up. Again, it's like find the random spot, because find the one spot that will let you solve this the one way that you can. Again, it's going to be a kind of a constant knock. Anyway, we just yeet right across. And here they have a nice...
There's 1,000 tests performed every day here in our enrichment spheres. I can't personally oversee every one of them, so these pre-recorded messages will cover any questions you might have and respond to any incidents that may occur in the course of your science adventure. Your test assignment will vary depending on the manner in which you have bent the world to your will. Those of you helping us test the repulsion gel today, just follow the blue line on the floor. Those of you who volunteered to be injected with praying mantis DNA, I've got some good news and some bad news. Bad news is we're postponing those tests indefinitely. Good news is we've got a much better test for you. Fighting an army of mantis men. Pick up a rifle and follow the yellow line. You'll know when the test starts.
You'll know when the test starts. I love that line. Yeah, the mantis men, those are the people they injected with praying mantis DNA before. So another really neat touch here is you can see the technology in use change, right? They have like ashtrays and all kinds of stuff all over the place, old ass, typewriters and rotary telephones and You know, just all the stuff you'd be using in the 1960s. And as we progress through this, it'll get more and more modern. So anyway, you can sign in with the receptionist before proceeding to the lounge. There's their logo. What does it say? Salt something. I don't know. I can't really read it. Aperture Science Innovators. They had the little, neutron symbol in the middle there. Anyway, this is the guy that has been talking to us, Cave Johnson, who's the, I guess, founder of Aperture Science. He's the guy on the pre-recorded messages. And so here's some newspapers about the founding of their company. You see a local entrepreneur buys salt mine. Cave Johnson to bring science and industry to Upper Michigan. So we're in a salt mine in Upper Michigan. More things about potatoes. Potato science. For the promotion of potato science. This one is actually another funny thing. Before he did Aperture, he was actually a shower curtain salesperson. And that's what this one is. So he was called Aperture Fixtures, except I think the shower curtains were like toxic or dissolved into acid, or I don't know. They did something stupid, and you're like, what? Why even? I forget the exact details, but Cave Johnson was a shower curtain salesman. So you can see there, shower curtain salesman of 1943. This is another funny little thing here. So you see here, top 100 applied science companies, Aperture Science number 2. And then here, U.S. Department of Defense Contractor of the Year, runner-up. Contractor of the Year, runner-up. So they're always number 2. And number 1 is Black Mesa. So that's going to be a recurring theme to keep in mind as well. Aperture is always kind of regarded as number 2. Please wait for the attendant. Yes, they had elevator attendants back in those days. So we'll just trek up to the top here. Now we want to go over there. Well, we can't get over there, but ultimately we want to go there. Pump Station Alpha. And get to there. So how do we do that? Big wide open area. We have an angled thing here, so we can fling from there. We have a wall here, so we can go over here and check this out. These are old test chambers, which have been essentially condemned, vitrified, so just filled in with concrete, more or less. But they have these buttons here that we can still push.
If you've cut yourself at all in the course of these tests, you might have noticed that your blood is pure gasoline. That's normal. We've been shooting you with an invisible laser that's supposed to turn blood into gasoline, so all that means is it's working.
Yes, very good.
If you need to go to the bathroom after this next series of tests, please let a test associate know, because in all likelihood, whatever comes out of you is going to be coal. Only temporary, so do not worry. If it persists for a week, though, start worrying and come see us, because that's not supposed to happen. Just a heads up, we're going to have a superconductor turned up full blast and pointed at you for the duration of this next test. I'll be honest, we're throwing science at the wall here to see what sticks. No idea what it'll do. Probably nothing. Best case scenario, we might get some superpowers. Worst case, some tumors, which we'll cut out.
Worst case, some tumors. So yeah, you can kind of see that they were very, screw the rules, let's just do whatever the hell we want. We've got money. Anyway, your clue here is caution, do not fall down elevator shaft. And I was like, what do you mean don't fall down elevator? Who the hell would fall down elevator shaft? And, so you just walk down here, put that up there. So if we come here to this floor, bottom of the elevator shaft can have a portal on it, and that's where we get our momentum from. And there we go. Now we'll get introduced to a new mechanic here. Know your allergens: pollen, animal dander, plastics, antimatter. Don't touch anything unfamiliar. Don't inhale fumes, no matter how good they smell. Words to live by. So we'll go ahead and turn this on. This will get us something called repulsion gel, which essentially is a liquid trampoline, I guess. Best way to describe it. So, you know, Portal, Valve initially hired it was a bunch of people that went to DigiPen, Institute of Technology, and they made a game called Narbacular Drop. And they were showing it off as their, like, senior project or something. And somebody that worked at Valve was like, hey, that's pretty cool. You know, and it involved the portals. It was in a completely different setting. It looks pretty wild, actually. You should look it up if you're unfamiliar with it. You might even be able to find a playable version. There's probably a version of it somewhere. But yeah, use the portals. Very different environment. I keep having a cough, sorry. And Valve was like, whoa, that's pretty cool. Or somebody that worked at Valve was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Why don't you come over to our offices and you know, give the whole company a demo. And they're like, oh yeah, okay, sure. And Gabe Newell was there. Because of course he is, because it's his company. And he was like, wow, that's awesome. And hired them on the spot, basically, because he was like, that's awesome, I've never seen anything like this. You're hired. We want you to develop this into a...
Science is built on the shoulders of giants. Not here. At Aperture, we do all our science from scratch. No hand-holding.
We want you to, build this into a game using the Source engine, a proper game using the Source engine, and then they bundle it with the Orange Box so that, it would get some exposure because, of course, everybody's going to want to buy Half-Life and Team Fortress 2, but nobody's going to really be like, Portal, what's that? I don't want to buy that. So they just toss it in there, and everybody's like, holy crap, that's awesome. Now, the gel thing here spawned from another group of, students, essentially. I may have also been from DigiPen. And I forget the game that they were developing, but it had the same exact mechanics. And they're like, hey, that's cool. We'll hire you, and you can put it into Portal too. I forget what the game was called, though.
All right, let's get started. This first test involves something the lab boys call repulsion gel. You're not part of the control group, by the way. You get the gel. Last poor son of a gun got blue paint. All joking aside, that did happen. Broke every bone in his legs. Tragic, but informative. Or so I'm told.
So now we're inside one of those spheres we saw from the outside, and it's kind of got the same modular type stuff going on here. Obviously, it's all fixed in place, and the walls don't rearrange, but still, kind of early influence. They also have this sign here, which I thought was pretty neat. It kind of gives an overview of all the different shafts. They have 9 of them. We're right here at the bottom of shaft number 9, and I thought this would be like a perfect opportunity for Valve to come along after the fact and be like, yeah, here's, Shaft 8 enrichment activities or, whatever, as just like a kind of like add-on pack or DLC or, whatever. But they never did. So I feel like that was a kind of a missed opportunity there. Okay, that's what I thought that said on that blurred. I never actually bothered to read those 3 words before. And I thought the second one said asbestos, but I was like, there's no way that says asbestos. But yeah, it's salt, asbestos, and curtains for the shower curtains. So, very good. Very good. This is also amusing. Remember, test is unsolvable without an Aperture Science portable quantum tunneling device. And that's what the Aperture Science handheld portal device evolved from. You can see it's kind of like a big-ass Ghostbusters backpack. If you haven't received one, please find a test associate before participating in any of the Shaft 9 enrichment activities. And they had the early versions of the emancipation grills. So here is some quick facts about repulsion gel. Fact placard number 4501R. I don't know. It was their attempt to create a dietic pudding substitute. It's sweeter and slightly less non-toxic form of fiberglass insulation. It causes subsequently ingested food items to bounce off the lining of a dieter's distended stomach and out of his or her mouth. And yeah, it was pulled from shells. And if you want more information, you can consult the other fact placards. Lawsuits concerning and public outrage over. So, there you go. People were supposed to eat this stuff and it would just cause them to then immediately throw up whatever else they ate. But essentially, it's very bouncy. You just hop right over. And you can see they have these old school pressure buttons here. But it also preserves momentum, exactly like going through a portal. Oops, shit. There we go. Now we get those music notes, as you heard, the little I'm horrible at mimicking them. But objects also bounce off of it. So here, listen for it. Yeah, there it is.
The lab boys just informed me that I should not have mentioned the control group. They're telling me I ought to stop making these pre-recorded messages. That gave me an idea. Make more pre-recorded messages. I pay the bills here, I can talk about the control group all damn day.
And then we'll go right here, since the bridge is out. I think it's this way. Oh no, it's just a little side area. You know, a little light office work. Anyway, I just glanced at the time, so we're going to have to wrap it up here. We'll head... we'll wrap it up here. So thank you all for watching, as always. And we'll see you in the next one when we come back with some more Portal 2.